Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear. And today I thought I would do a video on the 10mm and the guns that I have in that chambering. Now, I have been a fan of the 10mm since I have known about the 10mm, and that was back in the 80s. You may remember Don Johnson in Miami Vice. He carried a Bren 10, which was the first 10mm, at least that I ever knew about, and began to read some articles and magazines about the 10mm cartridge and the Bren 10, and I started to become quite interested in it. I never was able to get a Bren 10, but due to some things that had happened in recent history at that time, the 10mm was about to get a big boost, and it was on the heels of a tragedy. A 1986 Miami shootout, which involved two serial bank robbers, Maddox and Platt, and 8 FBI officers who tried to perform a felony traffic stop that went awry, and a gun battle ensued. Well, at the end of that gunfight, both Platt and Maddox were killed, but also two FBI officers lost their lives, and 5 of them were wounded. And when the FBI began to investigate the shooting, they had found that Platt and Maddox had sustained many gunshot wounds and were still able to stay in the fight. Now, at that time, FBI were carrying revolvers still, 38 and 357 Magnum, but they had also just recently had gone and adopted the 9mm handgun. And they quickly became disenchanted with the 9mm cartridge and was looking for something with more power. After some study, they adopted the Smith & Wesson Model 1076 and 10mm. And it was just a little while after that, Colt introduced the Delta Elite. Now, I remember clearly a Guns and Ammo article about the Delta Elite and about the 10mm cartridge. And I remember clearly that it was talking about how the ballistics of the 10mm were very close to the 41 Magnum. Now, I'm also a 41 Magnum fan, and at the time, the gun that I carried, the handgun that I carried hunting with me, was a 5.5-inch Ruger Red Hawk N41 Magnum. And I was just absolutely enthused about a pistol, a 1911, that could give me that kind of ballistics. So I put my name on a list at the local gun shop and waited, and it was September of 1988. I just looked at the receipt that I purchased this Colt Delta Elite right here. Now, this gun is just exactly the way it was when I bought it. I haven't changed anything on it. I have used different grips from one time or another, but quite honestly, there's nothing wrong with these grips. This has fixed sights. It's a 5.5-inch government model Colt. They're Series 80, and it is the first gun that Colt had in 10mm. Now, I'll tell you what, at the time, there was some bad press given to the Colt Delta Elite. There was some stories of frames cracking and slides getting busted, and folks were saying that the 1911 just couldn't take the high pressures of the 10mm round. But I tell you what, I haven't had any problems with that gun. There was several of my friends who bought Delta Elites at that time, and we shot them. We shot them a lot, and I don't know of any issues like the cracked frames and things of that nature. I don't doubt that it might have happened, but we never seen it occur with us. And that was in a time where the 10mm cartridge was a very powerful round. Later on, the ballistics began to suffer as the FBI found out it was a powerful round, and some of their agents couldn't handle it. And the guns that the 10mm comes in are big guns, and some of those folks couldn't get a good grip on it, and so they reduced the load, called the 10 millimeter light or 10 millimeter FBI, which basically was the father of the 40 Smith & Wesson. But at any rate, that is actually going to be my next video. I'm going to go over the ballistics of the 10 millimeter, but right now we're just going to look at my guns. Now that Colt Delta Elite right there, I've probably got I don't know, 7,000-8,000 rounds over the years through that gun. I've shot it a lot. As a matter of fact, when I bought it in 1988, that very fall, I killed a doe with it at about 50 yards, one shot. It was a perfect broadside shot and clipped both lungs, and the deer, and it was a doe, didn't go very far before it went down. And that's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a pistol that I could take with me hunting that would be a viable hunting tool. Now, later on, I ended up buying the Smith & Wesson, and I really didn't, that gun never really shot very well for me. I didn't keep it very long, and over the years I've had several 10 millimeters. I haven't bought one recently, but that is on my to-do list, as it were. Definitely for the celebration of 100 years with the 1911. There are two 1911s I would like to get, and one of them happens to be a 10 millimeter, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Now, just across from it is another 1911, and this is a Kimber. This is their Target, their stainless steel Target 2. And it has adjustable sights, and I actually changed these sights out and put adjustable sights that had the tritium bar dot configuration on there. And this is a great little gun. I've not had any problems with it. It is also a government size gun. It has a 5-inch barrel. And you can see that it has a few of the amenities on there, like front cocking serrations, and you know, the fancy trigger with the holes cut in it, and all that's nice, and it's good. But it's a good shooter, and it also has the beaver tail grip safety. But I've been very pleased with the way it shoots. Now, looking to get more of a hunting gun, I looked into this gun right here, and this is an EAA Hunter, okay? And this is based off of the excellent CZ75 style of handguns, especially this grip frame. And what's really nice about that is that it is heavily influenced by the Browning High Power. And if you've ever held a Browning High Power and you know how good that feels, you will be very familiar when you pick up a CZ type of handgun. Now, this EAA Hunter is called a Hunter because of the long slide and barrel. It has a 6-inch barrel, and with the 10 millimeter cartridge and a very good set of adjustable sights, this is a very good shooting gun. I recently had a post from someone else on YouTube, and they were warning me that they had had problems with their EAA handgun in 10 millimeter. I don't think it was a Hunter. I think it was a standard model. But actually, they said that the gun frame or slide, I don't remember which, cracked after only like 180, 200 rounds. Well, I really can't speak to that. I have over a couple thousand in this gun right here. It does come with a couple of sets of springs, and I have put the heavier set of spring recoil spring, and maybe that has helped it. I'm not sure. But this gun so far has been a very good shooter for me. Now over here, and finally, is the Glock 20. And this is a great all-around handgun. Now, I don't need to go into details about how durable a Glock is, but quite frankly, this gun is the same size as their Glock 21, the 45 ACP, and it has a capacity of 15 rounds, you know, just like the EAA Hunter, which makes this an absolute powerhouse of a defensive gun. And I've also added tritium adjustable sights to it. Now, this gun is not the first gun I pick up to go hunting. But you know, when I going camping and things of that nature, this is an absolute outstanding handgun to have with you, because it has the power to deal with a wild or feral animal if you should need to dispatch one, but also those two-legged animals that may try to ruin your camping trip. Would be an excellent defensive tool. Alright, well, this is a quick look at my 10mm collection. This video was requested by my very best friend Ham. I hope he gets a chance to watch it. He shot all of these guns. I don't know why he wanted me to do a video, but at any rate, I don't mind at all. Thank you folks for watching, and remember, shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.